Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, here's Breida. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Easy tackle.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but...
Oh, now Breida loses it. And this is picked up by the Browns.
It's going to be one of again.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll have a first down past the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now Jackson. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix it.
That's something like you like, you're damn for it. Nothing like, you like the last thing you need in your mind about, I ain't gotta worry about bitches.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. That's caught. Beckham. And he shot.
Are you serious? This is the type of game it is. It's just going to be getting
30, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7.
That's going to be playing human matters.
Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. Now they're going to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace. But
this is caught at the 20. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's caught by OBJ.
No one's reacting to the ball right now. The pass rush is non-existent.
As well, and a 1st down.
This
So
man
in
ran
the
for the
second
pick
quarter, he's
backwards.
already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A toss play to Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield.
What?
And this is going to be caught. And
Yo,
he's gonna be
this is
taken
tough.
down
Madden's
at the
trying to
first
give you
down
this
at the
game.
Ravens'
They leave you
34-yard
wide
line.
open.
You're loud.
I'm
The
sorry.
beauty of route running is to
Like
think
that,
about what
just
position.
giving him
Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case,
bullshit. That shit
tight
ain't
end,
complete.
selling the vertical route. Get the defensive
No,
back on his heels. Break off for the corner with good timing. You get a completion as
A
we
whole
just
bunch
saw
of years
there.
ago, remember I did that
So
parade
in
when I was
Raven territory now. Here's a
shit.
1st and 10 at the 34. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
This makes me realize
Despite the
I'm about
blitzing,
as right, and I really have some traits when I was
the
trying.
disadvantage of blitzing.
Like, I really want most of
alters
my
and
friends. My
almost
friends
spacing
have
and
that
run
shit for
fits
me.
and leaves creases like they were able to exploit
That's that.
right there.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
How much is that? Same price as Netflix?
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson,
That
the
was him that
intended
got the
target.
fucking pick.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be
That's a
happy
tough
to
game
have
to beat.
back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like
My
that,
sister
first
played
down there,
violin.
need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick
You
Chubb.
can't even tackle.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick
Look at
up
that.
9 yards with
Top of the
it.
head.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback
Nope.
hit you.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Seibert's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive, that's exactly what you want on offense.
You know what?
What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's
Hey,
that
what's
easy
this
here.
thing?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He opened the gun and gets out, and I think I was.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
Open door. There's a stick.
Done.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
When a team's turning it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well, swarming to the ball. Here in the first half.
This is the tight end to Joe.
Oh my gosh, I'm done.
Sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Chubb. And he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because
crazy
when I watch
how much
him, I
Madden
think of his
blesses him
vision.
right now.
Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I'm fucking dead. Those bitch, they really just far.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. 2nd down and goal. Mayfield.
Look at that. All out blitz. Not one person got back there.
Cleveland. Demetrius Harris.
Oh, man, they're giving this man the biggest of BS's right now. All out blitz. Not one person got back there.
And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out.
No one's even covering anybody because of all out blitz. And no one can get back there.
Action pass. You see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now look at this.
I'm done. I tried to slide. I'm done. I'm good game. I can't even slide now. Good game.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'm getting cheated by Madden right now. Like, you can't catch,
The
you can't
Raven
throw.
offense set at the line for
You
this
can't. I
next
just try to
drive.
slide with my quarterback instead he
Inside of
spins
a
and gets
minute.
his stick for a
First half
fumble.
hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play
Hey, look at
this
that. Look at that. Now I'm
Well,
tripping
I
over
told
invisible
my
guys.
coaches previously that the
Hey,
intelligent
shit
approach,
seems
go
so
ahead, run out the
stupid
clock and
sometimes.
start
I would
over.
just
Don't
cater
make
to
any
one
more
person and
mistakes.
win the game.
But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. The throw on target to his receiver,
You didn't
McKenzie.
fumble.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep.
No, that was a major overthrow. Good game. I'm fucking done. Oh my God, I'm done. No pressure. This man overthrows. No pressure.
Come here. Come here.
Oh my, good game, Drake. Madden clearly wanted you to win this game.
Come here, baby.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good size lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need
No
to do
pressure
anything
whatsoever.
crazy.
He throws it
Go
30
take
yards
your lead
ahead.
to the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that
And
looks at
Madden
this
just
and
straight
says,
handing you
first
this
half
game.
going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Ooh, look at a rash. Come here, stop. Let me see.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan
You okay,
Coachman
baby
has our
Cox?
EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
I'm just tired. Sorry, girlfriend. You're no big tired. You know it. I'm just tired, Mama.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken in at the
Oh,
1.
I'm sorry.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Baby, right?
The Browns drive about to get started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
I'm playing football.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
QB, good girl for mommy.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second
Don't let them
down.
help out babies. You have to be good girl. Listen, okay? You gotta be good girl, right? You know mommy don't like to pow you, but I gotta pow if you don't listen. Okay? I say sorry, mama. Riley. Say sorry, mommy. Let me see your nose. You got boogie. Stop. Let me see.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Where the website?
Hey, alert!
They run it again with Chubb. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Stop.
Mayfield looks to throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's...
That was me. The guy would have been a drop.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Almost done. Okay. Miley, sister. Girl. Let me get the body. We do. Look at that little clean nose.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
No, I'm gonna night. No, night.
Now Chubb.
I love you, right?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You a smart, pretty girl. But you got too much attitude, Mary. We'll get that from your mama. Come on, lay down. Time for nap. Time for bed.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ladies, put your name and address on your wigs because when they play you.
And again, it's Chubb.
Look, just let him score.
And he'll be brought down.
It's like I'm getting suction cup. I run through the hole instead of letting me go right through the hole to make me automatically run into my blocker. Not even his guy, my guy. Like, so backwards.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10.
He automatically just get sucked into my guy.
Chubb on the counter. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. 3 yards.
No one could tackle.
They needed. Now
Look at
can
this.
they get the other 3?
Tackle right there. No. Invisible. My guy would have got tackled, fumbled backwards, and everything. This is the type of game it's been.
He was named AFC Defensive Player.
Yeah, 3 plays. Not one of them could tackle.
He got that award because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Mayfield down. Able to find Harris complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll give it to Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Get Daddy a kiss.
He's tired.
No. I want to see Max about to put her back in that bed. Just sit, go.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On the ground, it's Chubb.
Push him forward. Oh my gosh, I'm done.
Touchdown.
I'm done.
Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Let's go.
This will help beer. Yeah.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
I'm done. I'm done.
Intercepted for the 4th time
I'm done. I can't even throw passes now.
Morgan Burnett. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's
the dude runs back there and just stands there instead of going after the running back. He runs back there and just stands there.
Come back and win.
He has a wide, easily could tackle him, but runs back there and stands there.
You just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. 3 down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
Look at that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It is cold in here.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight,
Didn't know how
the
he
defense
sued.
step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were
Go
ever
right
going to get him in
about.
the
Not you
backfield. Nice to
fumble.
see him get a stop. Call that a
Can't do anything.
41-yard
Can't
punt,
throw.
6
Can't
yards on
freaking
the
catch.
return.
Can't tackle. Y'all just run there and stand there.
They'll take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Emily's pretty girl.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run down, because sometimes you get out of your gap. You don't get the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
I know you, pretty girl.
From the gun, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. Which I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
That was me. It would have been a fumble.
We got here. This is a dominant performance where they took control of this game.
And no one could
How they
tackle,
managed to
apparently.
keep control of this game. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Well, now they'll try the end around.
I'm done. No one could
And
tackle?
once again, they stop him.
Oh my gosh, yo, what is going on right now? I can't tackle him for nothing all game.
Loss of 2 yards.
Dudes are just bouncing off my guys all game.
Let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on
This
this one.
dude's
Right? They might wanna go
trucking
back to the drawing
400-pound
board.
lineman.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A design run for their wideout, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Surprised he didn't bounce off
First
that
punt,
guy.
This is a good kick as well. Now Brown. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
36. Undercut.
This is Breida on the draw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lay down. No, baby, you got Bear. What about Bear? Lay down with Bear.
Jackson
hug your
now,
beer?
operating from the gun.
Yeah,
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it.
Ooh, hurt that. Yeah.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 36 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You so silly, right?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Johnson again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw.
I'm done. I'm done.
Intercepted.
I'm fucking done. I lob a pass. And what does he do? Throws a bullet. Wide open. The dude is wide open. What do? Throw a bullet.
3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're
Good
trying
fucking
to get
game,
done.
Drake. This shit's so stupid.
We had someone get 3 in a contest.
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Johnson. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bryant. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
He got that wide open, throwing it. Does he throw the ball? Nope.
From him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be
If that was his guy, he would have caught it, stiffed on my guy.
Way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Fourth down. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And now this is going to be close.
You gotta be shitting me that he didn't get that.
And they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started, and with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
for some pee-pee.
Check.
You and your little melange. What's some pee-pee? No pee-pee tonight?
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.